Hi, my name is Nigel Brown, and I'm the founder and director of Youth Impact Ministries Incorporated, a national youth ministry that was birthed on the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis in the year 1998. In looking at the vision of Youth Impact Ministries, the vision is really a holistic development of young people in 5 major areas of their lives: spiritual, physical, mental, social, and vocational. And the idea is to build young people and help them to be well-rounded in all those areas. Our mission was to positively impact the lives of the nation's youth, transforming them into people of purpose. And so 3 of our major operational activities were the Sports Impact Tournament that helped with the social and the physical aspect of the young people. Then we had the Business Discovery Challenge that was specific to helping young people to become entrepreneurs in business areas. And then you had the Jubilee Festival, the National Jubilee Festival, which brought together people in a spiritual sense, and hundreds and thousands of people coming together to celebrate Jesus. Mainly, there was a lack of support from the vast majority of the churches. Out of an approximately 100 churches across both islands, that's St. Kitts and Nevis, we had the support of some 24 churches. Then there was a lack of funding and financing. It being a non-profit organization, we had some difficulties raising the amount of funds for the major projects that we had to undertake. With regards to the SWOT analysis, when you look at our strengths, I would say we had a dedicated and committed team of persons. Very committed, very dedicated, always willing to go the extra mile. You can count on them. We also had a one-of-a-kind ministry. It was the first of its kind, and there was never another ministry such as that on a national level, impacting so many lives at the same time. And Jubilee was a household name. It was a sought-after activity that persons looked forward to on an annual basis, both in St. Kitts and Nevis, and there has never been a festival of that nature at the gospel level since then. So it was one-of-a-kind ministry. The church and community support was one of our strengths as well. Those churches who were on board and the rest of the community. And we had a number of major corporate sponsors like Cable and Wireless and Flow, who were on board to support. With regards to the weaknesses, again, the lack of funding, the lack of financing, that was one of our weaknesses. And then there was a bit of resistance from church leaders, because some thought that we were about to form another church. And that was not the case, of course. In terms of the opportunities, the ministry was a national tourism product. It was fast becoming a national tourism product to be placed on the calendar, for the entire nation. But at the same time, one of the threats was that it was becoming a fierce growing competition for National Carnival, particularly because of the time when it was held in the month of December for St. Kitts, and during the summertime, which was the Culturama Festival for Nevis. When you look at succession planning, as it is, back then in 1998, when the organization was formed, there was no knowledge and no idea of the importance of succession planning. We were young, we were vibrant, we were dynamic, pursuing a vision with all our energies without stopping to think that one day we will be off the scene. And so in looking back, in retrospect, now that we're looking back, we realize the importance of succession planning and putting this very important aspect of the ministry in place so that the ministry can continue for years to come. Examining the collateral loss, I would say the fading away of the vision after 12 years is what we now see before us. Then there was the burnout of directors who have been on the front line, on the battlefield for over a decade, pursuing the goals of this ministry. Now there is the longing of persons for the rebirth of a ministry such as this. I meet people from time to time who would ask me, what happened to Jubilee? We're not having Jubilee anymore. We're missing Jubilee. We're missing Youth Impact Ministries. And so you have that longing, that desire for this type of ministry. And finally, I would say the absence of a national ministry of this level to impact young people across the Federation is what is missing today. And that is indeed a great loss. This ministry was birthed in 1998, and I could recall when the vision came, I gathered together about 24 leaders from across the nation, and we met and we prayed, and we were of one mind, one accord, one vision, one purpose. And we came together, and this ministry was birthed, the Youth Impact Ministries. And for 12 years, hundreds and thousands of lives were impacted. The seeds were sown, but unfortunately, that important aspect of succession planning was not done to the level where it should have been. And because of this, today, the ministry has suffered tremendously.